Good morning, Dwayne here, PhoenixTypewriter.com. We're going to repair a Brother typewriter, Brother electronic typewriter, current model. Well, this is a 6750, but I think the 4000, the 8750s, all the models that look like this have the same manufacturer defect. And they've had that same manufacturer defect for 20 years. But they still selling this thing. They still sell this machine brand new. And this one is almost brand new. I'll show you what's wrong with it and what I don't like about the Brother electronic typewriter. Alright, let's turn this guy on. It's plugged in. Okay, it's got to start here. Well, what's wrong with this is the paper tension that holds the paper roller is broken. It won't hold the paper. The lever here, it's got no spring action. It's broken. But I know how to fix that. I know exactly what's wrong with it. I fixed 100 of them. Maybe I fixed 1,000 of them. But I'll show you what I don't like about this. So, the machine is a typewriter, but there is a noticeable hesitation when you press the button here. You press it. That one was pretty fast. And some of these letters, that W, there is definitely a delay between the time you press the button and the time it types. It's not much, but it's annoying. And most of these letters do it. There's a delay. All the other electronic machines I've ever touched, it's instant. You hit the letter, it's instant. It seems like it's instant here. It may sound like it, but it's not. So that's one thing I never liked about this machine, and they could have fixed it. Like I said, it's been that way for 20 years. Of course, the next one is you can't see, and you can't see what you're typing very well. It's literally, it's hard to see in there. That's common with all the small electronic machines. Third thing is this lid opens up, and it's kind of in your way when you're trying to get down in here, and the ribbon's down below. They could have redesigned this. Made it better after 20 years. They could have done something. So, since those are the three things I really dislike about this Brother, I'll show you what I do like. Is it does take the standard Brother cassette ribbon that'll be available forever. They never changed that, and the print wheels all stay the same. So that's a couple of good things, but let me show you how to fix that real quick. First thing you got to do is disassemble it. Let's unplug it. You can take this piece off here first. Just kind of pry it off. Get it out of the way. It's got two screws back here. Take the case off. Get those out pretty quick. Just a couple Phillips screws right here. And then it literally just snaps apart. You can grab this back here. This little opening, and just push up with your thumb there and pry it open. And there's some latches in here, right here. You can get to it from the bottom, or you can also reach in here like this and pull this latch, and that lid will come up. A lot of times this side will pop up by itself when you pry this side. So you got it halfway up like this. Let me back the camera out here a little bit. The front is you just gotta tilt it and pry it forward like that. Grip it, and grip it. It feels like it's gonna break, but it won't. It's just got these little latches that latch up with these little plastic tabs. Take the case off, set it aside. I'll show you what's broken on this. So there's no tension on this back paper pan here. What's wrong down here? It's pretty obvious, and like I said, they never modified it. And it would have been pretty easy for them to do something about this. So this is the spring, and it was laying in the machine. it goes from here to there. What's happened though, plastic piece of the whole frame, so all part of the whole bottom plastic piece right here is broken off. There should be a tab right here for the spring to pull against. And what that does, it just breaks. It's not the fault of the user or anything. It's just a manufacturer weak spot. I call it a defect. After 20 years, there's been 1,000 of these break. All I had to do was strengthen this part, build it, remold it and make it a little stronger or do something. What I'm going to do is a permanent fix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this screw up and I'm going to melt it right into there, and it's going to melt right through the plastic here. Like I said, I've done this enough times that I've perfected it. And what I want to have it do is melt through the first layer of plastic, which is right by this little protrusion, and I'm going to have it come all the way across to this side. So it goes all the way through and it just sinks into this side a little bit. It is as strong as it can ever be that way. Only thing you got to do is make sure it doesn't protrude. It's going to come out down here. Make sure it doesn't protrude or it will bind on the carrier. But that's easy to do and easy to fix if it does. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to heat this up and we're going to sink this in here real quick. And I'm going to do one more thing. I like to use screws because it's got the groove, these grooves, and it helps, just helps it melt into the plastic and stay in position. But I'm going to grind this head down so when I stick it on there, the spring will go over the head. It's just a minor. You can probably find a screw with a smaller head or a nail or something. So I'm just going to take a little off here so the spring won't go around here. Not going to take too much. I think that's probably enough. Let me check it and see. So this. Oh well, look at. Oh, I need a little more. Sorry for the delay here, folks. Looks like I gotta. Okay. That should do it for sure. Let's take a look, see. It's a little hot, but okay, so it goes right over. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put it. So that little piece came out. I'm gonna sink it in right, I think right where that blue mark is, right at the base of that. So let's see if I can get a better camera angle on this. Let's cord out of the way. It ain't gonna work. Oh, maybe it will. Alright, let's do it. So. Oh no. My torch is out of propane, it seems like. It looks like it's got a little left. We just need a little heat. Alright, let's heat this thing up and send it on through. And you gotta get it pretty hot because it's gotta go through 2 sets of plastic, so. Got to go through the one side, and then it's just got to enter the other side for some stability. this a shot. Alright, let's stick this in here. And she goes all the way through. And it's going in the other side. I can feel it. And we're just going to push some of that plastic around. Alright. Let's see how it looks on the other side. Looks good. You can barely see it, but it's right below that chrome, and it's right on there. It's perfect. So let it cool off here just a second. And it's a little bit. Let me put a drop of water on there. Maybe 2 drops of water. Okay. Well, that's not moving anywhere. About as strong as it gets. Okay, so all we got to do now is attach the spring around that little. Alright, let's get around the head there. Come on. You fit before. You can do it. And just come up and attach to the tab right here. And that's it. It's fixed. We'll flex it right here. Now this is a pretty strong spring, and I'm telling you, that's just a manufacturer defect right there. That bracket now is stronger than original. Brother should pay attention to this video. I don't know. I think they know about it and they don't care. That's why I don't like it. It's been that way for 20 years and they know it. I know they know it. It's fixed. You can roll the paper through now. No trouble. You can release it just like you're supposed to. Roll it on through. So, Brother machine is fixed even though I don't like these machines. So now is the time to fix up Brother. Return. Alright, Phoenix Typewriter. Have a good day.